Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were up almost about 1 to 1.25%, particularly the technology sector there did extremely well on the back of good set of numbers by Google and Microsoft, and even GE reported extremely good set of numbers, no other economic data points to look at, and European markets too were up almost about 1 to 1.5% on Friday, but for the whole week they were marginally down. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Japan is running away with a 2% gain there, and the yen has almost touched about 100 units to a dollar, and Japanese markets in fact are at 5-year high. And one of the reasons why we are seeing weakness in yen is because in the G20 meet most of the countries did not oppose the aggressive monetary policy being pursued by Japan. And talking about the flows, friends, FIs were net buyers in the cash market on Thursday to the tune of almost about 988 crore. Domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 452 odd crore, and even in the index futures the FIs were buyers to the tune of almost about 850 odd crore. And our markets actually rallied for the past about 3 to 4 sessions, and banking was at the forefront of this rally, and on Thursday itself in fact the Nifty was up almost about 1.5%. And one of the key triggers for this rally is that some of the macroeconomic data points which have come out, like WPI data as well as the trade deficit data, they have been much better than expectations, and coupled with that the fall in the crude prices, which were about $107, $108 to a barrel, which have come down to almost about $98, $99 to a barrel, has definitely helped the sentiment. And there are hopes that now in the next policy meet you could see aggressive rate cuts by the RBI, and which is why we are seeing rally in the market, and more so in the rate sensitive sectors like banking, real estate, and some of the auto names. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues, data and strategies that we can have in the F&O markets.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. On Thursday, after announcements of trade data followed by rate cut hopes supported the Nifty to get the closer of 5,800 levels, and after post-lunch markets surged over 1.5%. In this period, we have seen around 2 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, followed by Nifty futures premium turned into a discount of 10 points from the premium of 6 points. So we have seen that with every rise in the markets, profits are taken away by market participants. Put call ratio also increased from 1.04 to 1.15. That means we have seen put option has added good number of shares in open interest. As we see in the strikes of 5,600, 5,700 and followed by 5,800. Simultaneously, 5,800 call option also has added a good number of shares in open interest. As we have closed above our weekly VWAP of 5,630, our bias remains positive. Lower level would be 5,630 and higher range would be 5,878. And on 5,770 would be act as a good support on intraday basis. From intraday perspective, one can go long on Ashok Leyland with a stop loss of 22.10, and one can go long on Siemens with a stop loss of 495.60. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, the companies which will be announcing numbers today. Kane India, we are looking at a net profit of about 2,793 crore. In case of Ultratech, we are looking at a net profit of about 740 crore, and in case of Persistent System, which is a mid-cap IT company, we are looking at a PAT of about almost 50.8 crore. In terms of other news, friends, the budget session of the parliament is going to start from today, and it's likely to be a stormy session as the opposition is likely to put pressure on the government for the CAG report which has been tabled, wherein the finance minister and prime minister's name has been excluded. So there may be some cases of walkouts, and it's important to see whether the insurance and pension bills are actually taken up in this particular session of the parliament. In another development, the government is likely to take a final call on the coal price pooling today, which means the price of international coal and the domestic coal and the aggregate price at which the coal would be made available to the users is something that is going to be decided today. And in another development, the Supreme Court is finally, it has allowed resuming the mining operations in category A and B iron ore in the state of Karnataka, which could be a big positive for companies like JSW Steel and Sesa Goa. And Sesa Goa in particular is not able to operate from its mines in Goa. So some bit of relief for it could result into some kind of a positive price action in today's market. In other news, Kane India is looking at investing about 5,000 crore in the Rajasthan oil field over the next 3 years, and Agrotech Food is looking at doing a buyback of shares in its board meet on 24th of April 2013. So watch out for some positive action in Agrotech in today's market. Reliance Communication, there are reports that the PE firms led by Samina Capital is in talks to pick up a majority stake in its undersea cable business, Flag Telecom, and this could actually value the Flag Telecom at almost about 1 to 1.2 billion. So it's a positive thing for Reliance Communication. One can go long there with a stop loss of 84 and a target of about 89 to about 90.50. And Apollo Thai has some positive news as the company is setting up a unit in Thailand to tap the Asian markets. So one can go long on Apollo Tyres with a stop loss of 88 and a target of about 92 to 94. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a nice trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.